Before we moved here, we had this idea in our head of what all this was going to look like and put all this structure to what City Church was going to look like when we got here.
If everything had gone exactly the way that we had planned and prayed, it would have been a disaster.
We're seeing that God's teaching us to pray more, to work things out together, to rely on Him, to rely on each other, to rely on our community here.
That community is crucial. We've been meeting with our D group, and that's been huge for me.
My favorite part thus far is to see how God has brought unity amongst diversity. What we've done is use the Great Commission, praying for other ministers, and to see them come along and join our discipleship groups, and to see that multiply, and see pastors take it into their churches and disseminate it amongst their elders.
We're just there to encourage the local pastors, and there's no expectation of anything in return. It's just go and enjoy the worship and the fellowship and see how we can encourage local pastors.
We've brought in people that are in church, but they're in different churches, and this discipling and this small group is new to them. I know several of the other women, they said they were praying for this kind of relationship in their life.
We also will go to Rebuild and serve. We've also led service there a couple times. Stephen has led and Todd does the music.
It's just a different type of thing. It's almost like guerrilla style warfare ministry, where we're just out there, we're in the neighborhood, we're on the streets, wherever it is, everywhere we go, we're involved in ministry. It doesn't have to look a certain way that we had planned out coming in.
We have to have this view that we're in this for the long haul, right? It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And so in some ways, while we wish we were already kind of having weekly services for City Church and inviting our neighbors into that, so there's times where we feel like, gosh, have we even started yet, you know? But then we look back and we look at these relationships we formed.
One thing that God is clearly fleshing out for us is that City Church isn't to be just about City Church, about building a building. It seems to be more about being a church without walls. Part of the role that we're going to serve here in Huntington is to be an encouragement to other pastors that have been a faithful presence in this area for quite some time.
And not only be an encouragement to them, but also point them to this Great Commission, mindset that God's put on our hearts, that we make disciples that make disciples. And as we do that, every church member lives their life as a minister.